I want to start with a question. Have you ever felt like you've done so much inner work, you understand your patterns, and you can even explain where they came from, but they're still showing up? Maybe it's in your relationships, your relationship with money, or just this underlying feeling in your body that doesn't fully go away. Like you know where a pattern comes from, you've talked about it, you've processed it, but somehow it's just still there. And it's frustrating because you're not unaware, you're actually very, very self-aware, but nothing seems to shift at the root. And this is a method that works directly with your subconscious mind to actually neutralize trauma, limiting beliefs, and emotional patterns at the root without needing to relive anything, without needing to talk through every detail. And for a lot of people, it works much faster than traditional approaches. If that resonates with you, what I'm about to share might completely change how you see healing in general. Because what if the reason you're still stuck isn't because you haven't done enough work, but because you've been working at the wrong level? MAP works within a deeper level, often described as your authentic self or your inner intelligence. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Self-Love First. My name's Alicia, and thank you for tuning in today, whenever that day may be for you. Please hit that like button. It's a free and easy way to support my channel, and I do appreciate you very much. Most traditional approaches focus on talking about the problem, or analyzing it, or trying to reframe it. And while that can create awareness, it doesn't always create resolution, because the pattern isn't being created in your conscious mind. It's being driven by your subconscious, and even deeper than that. So you end up in this loop where you understand it, but you're still experiencing it. And this is exactly where so many clients were before they found this work. So let me introduce you to the MAP method. MAP stands for Make Anything Possible. And what makes this method so different is that it works directly with the part of your mind that actually created the pattern in the first place. Not your thinking mind, but your subconscious, and what we like to call the superconscious in MAP. This is the part that has never been damaged, never has been conditioned, and actually knows exactly how to heal. And what's really powerful is that this part of your mind is willing to help you heal. So instead of trying to figure things out mentally, MAP allows your mind to do the healing for you. During a session, we guide your mind into a relaxed but fully aware state. You're not hypnotized. You're not unconscious. You're actually present, aware, and in control the entire time. But instead of focusing on talking, we are activating your brain in a different way. And what I've seen over and over again in sessions is that when we access this part of the mind, it begins to resolve things in a way that feels almost effortless. When I'm working with clients in a session, they're not reliving their trauma. They're not forced to talk through every detail. They're actually in a very calm, aware state, And what happens is their mind begins to search for the root of what they're experiencing. Not just the surface level issue, but the original memory, belief, or imprint that's been running the show. And here's the part that changes everything. Once that memory is activated in the right way, the brain can actually change it. This is something called memory reconsolidation. Your brain enters what's called a reconsolidation window. And this is the key to why MAP works so effectively. And it completely challenges the idea that your past is fixed. Because neuroscience has shown that that's not actually true. When a memory is activated in the right way, it becomes changeable. So instead of just coping with trauma or managing symptoms, MAP allows the brain to actually update the memory. Because when a memory is brought into awareness in the right state of mind, it becomes flexible, which means that the emotional charge behind it can dissolve, the body can release it, and the pattern can stop repeating. Not because you're managing it better, but because it's no longer there in the same way. Not because you forced it, but because it no longer exists in the same way. And this is why clients often tell me, I don't feel triggered by that anymore, or it just feels neutral now, or it's like it doesn't have a hold on me anymore. People often say or report feeling clarity, emotional freedom, feeling lighter, and seeing their past differently. Your reactions change. Your patterns change. Your identity begins to evolve. And this is why it's so powerful. Because it's not just about coping. It's about true resolution. And one of the reasons this work feels so safe is because you don't have to share anything that you're not ready to share. There's no pressure to explain your trauma. No need to relive painful experiences. Your mind is doing the work internally, and I'm simply guiding the process. For a lot of people, this is the first time they've experienced healing without feeling overwhelmed. Because for many people, there's shame, there's fear, or they simply don't want to relive it. And this actually prevents re-traumatization. With MAP, most of the work is happening internally. Another powerful part of this process is that we engage the creative, emotional side of the brain. There are moments where your mind begins to create new experiences, complete what was left unfinished, and receive what it didn't have at the time. And this isn't just visualization. Your brain actually begins to update the memory. So instead of being stuck in the past, your mind now has a new empowered reference point. And this doesn't just happen mentally. It happens in the body because so many of the patterns that you're experiencing are stored within your nervous system. So during sessions, clients often notice tension releasing, emotions moving through, and a sense of lightness afterward. And sometimes we're even clearing things that go deeper than a conscious memory, like early childhood or generational patterns. So if you're listening to this and you're recognizing yourself in it, if you feel like you've done all the mindset work, you've done all of the healing work, but something still isn't shifting at the root. This is exactly the work I do with my private clients. This is where we go beyond talking and actually clear what's been driving the show. Your healing is very possible. Your transformation is very possible. And you don't have to do it the hard way anymore. Now, I will say this level of work isn't for everyone. It's for the person who is truly ready to stop trying to manage patterns and actually resolve them. So if that's you, I'll leave a link below where you can learn more about working with me one-on-one using the MAP method. I also have free resources on my website and a fun manifestation journal that you can download for free and have fun with it. And if you're not sure yet, that's okay. Just start by becoming aware of what you've been trying to fix at the surface level that might actually be rooted deeper. Because once you shift at the root, everything built on top of it begins to change. And that's where real transformation happens. It also directly relates to what you are manifesting in your life from unconscious beliefs about yourself, about your life, and about the world. So I also created an online manifestation toolkit course as an add-on to your journey, if you'd like to check that out. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for a new video each week. Share this with someone who may want to hear it. And leave me a comment on what you would like to work on in your own life. You know, sharing our own story may help someone else in a way that you wouldn't have thought possible. We do have the power within us to heal ourselves. Our soul instinctively knows what to do alongside your powerful superconscious mind. Until next time, as always, self-love first, always. Thank you for staying until the end and have a beautiful day. I will see you guys next week in the next video. Thank you so much. Take care.